Inspector summary video. We're in Morris Street, and Inspector Bill is here. We have a fire escape that is in a really bad condition, paint-wise as well as structural. This fire escape needs to be scraped totally and primed and painted. It has all original hardware, so EPA renovator's license will be required at this location, as well as a working permit. This fire escape, like I say, has all original hardware. So you can see the square bolts, and it needs to be re-bolted in every square, in every major junction. We also here we have a ladder going to the roof. We can now really verify how well is that connection to the wall, and again all original hardware, which makes this fire escape suspect. The runs the right size, they go through the stringer, so it's the correct way, and then is welded, but is goes through the wall of the ladder, so that's fine. But it needs to be scraped, painted, shut down with silicone to prevent water coming in. We have a bar here that is holding the ladder in place, but this ladder as well is a trip hazard, so it needs to be eliminated by simply putting clips where the ladder ends right here at this point, and not having this going across, because it's a trip hazard. We found that we have this window railings. They do open. They're not shut down, so the tenants can easily open it. But you can see this is a very limited access. This is about a 12. It's about a maybe foot and a half, not even. Of access here, so it's very difficult to move around. We have some bolts missing. It's very difficult to maneuver through these fire escapes. Like I say, now we have one of the things here doesn't close very well, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to get out. This needs to be fixed immediately because it's on the way. We need to have connections to the wall, verify, or sister with a clip and come in through the building once again to just nullify this connection and make the new one the primary one with a backup with the old one. Again, all hardware, original hardware. Over there we have one one of the runs completely gone. This fire escape, and it's these runs here, they need to be rebolted. Tail end and front end only. The rest don't have to, unless it's they're suspect of falling or a bad connection. This is a minor structural. This point, back and front, they're the main connections, structural connections. So every single one of those, including the ones that's touching the triangle in the bottom, as you can see the triangle, which is the support bar for this platform, they need to be attached to that. Some of these connections to the wall are not verifiable at this point. We will have to verify the connections. Some of them has holes where you can see an opening. This one itself is not too bad, but every single rivet or bolt needs to be rebolted with new bolts. We will have to verify the connections to the wall, and advice from there. Whoever does this job is to make sure that these connections to the walls are in good condition by means of X-ray or going through an epoxy bolt and marrying a new bracket to the wall. As the building has some brick damage, as you can see over here over this window sill. So that's the water is going through in there, and that's going to affect the integrity of this fire escape. This is the part that I was telling you. It's a trip hazard for whoever's on the side here. We got this piece completely loose, and this fire escape does not pass a confidence test, and I would this fire escape cannot be. It's not up for a load test unless it's spot repair and then load test. We have a lot of the threads. You can see the rust jacking between the stringer and the thread. Some of the bolts are missing, and I trust that they have been held by either the very tip, because this one haven't, but you can't see the other side. You can't see them on the other side, so either they're holding by the whatever is left of the rod or the threads of the bolt, or either they've been welded at some point. This one is totally gone. This one is totally gone, and you can see the rust buildup in there. All this need to be rebolted, clean. They need to be cleaned up. They need to be primed, and they need to be silicone sandwiched in there and then rebolted. With a 50-year silicone, it will prevent the water from coming in and doing the damage that this fire escape already has. Like I said, this fire escape is probably over 75 years old, and it needs to be whoever's going to work on this fire escape has to have an EPA renovator's license, and as well pull up a license, a building code, a building's license as well. So like I said, this could be Okay, this is a total refurbishment. There's no room for spot repairs here. Every single thread has been compromised. Like I said, if you can see, some of the bolts don't go all the way through, so they're just probably holding by, by the piece of the thread up from the bolt. Also, the distance between the stringer and the top of the railing is a little bit too wide open. You have to have a bar running from top to bottom to avoid from any small child falling into the ground. And the same thing goes from one floor to the other. There's more rust and paint in this shop. This whole fire escape needs to be scraped, primed and painted. And as I mentioned before, whoever does the job needs to have an EPA renovator's license. All major structural connections need to be rebolted. Any connections to the wall needs to be verified. If not, sistered up, and the sister connection will be the primary and the old connection will be the secondary as a backup. And again, all these runs and the grating, the nose and the tail bolts need to be replaced. None of the ones up front and in between need to be replaced unless, like this case here, is missing or is suspect. Okay, like I say, every window has a window guard, and as I tested the one on top, they're easily opened. The difficult part is to get through this very narrow section, but what we can do here is it's nothing really that can be done there. Okay, so again, this fire escape needs EPA renovator's license, and another example of what needs to be done here is this is the top and bottom of the stringers, the eclipse. This is fine, but this needs to be open. This old hardware needs to come out. This needs to be open. This needs to be clean, primed, and then sealed with 50 years silicone, and then we can have put back in place and rebolted. Connections to the wall again, they're suspect. See, the building's been painted, but you can see some of the rusty tears coming out of those support brackets. And again, you cannot tell what's going on inside, but if they use epoxy bolts or marry all the way across with an angle and then going into the building, will solve that problem. Threads all compromised, all been they're rusted, missing bolts. Same thing throughout the whole fire escape. Then we got this ladder that's just sitting here. It's not really being supported by anything. The hooks is just sitting on top of this grating. The grating has this attached balconies or two bolts. They need to be replaced and put yeah, there should be an angle in there that marries the post to the grating and bolted. Alright, so this is Inspector Feliz from AD Morris. Any questions, please call Fire Escape Engineers 866-649-0333.